Hello, my name is Vitalin Davina, and in this video we are going to discuss about 5 managerial functions and 3 management styles that managers need to be aware of. So to start with, the managerial functions that we are going to discuss are planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling. So to start with the first managerial function, which is planning. Planning is all about looking ahead and forecasting activities that will be done in the organization in the future. This might be tomorrow or yesterday or in coming years. So in planning function, there are different activities that managers take, and these include the strategic planning. The strategic planning is all about answering 3 crucial questions, which is what do we need, what do we do, for whom do we do it, and why do we need to do this. So by answering these 3 questions, managers are doing the strategic plan, which is under the planning process. Also, there is another activity which is risk management plans and expansion plans. These are also done under the planning function, and it is done by managers. To continue with the second managerial function, which is organizing, it refers to making pattern of relationship among workers and make ideal use of those resources. And organizing deals with organization design. So there are different activities that are also carried out by managers under organizing function. For example, when a manager assigns different tasks to different employees, he is making sure that he assigned tasks to employees who have skills and who are potential enough to perform those tasks, and that activities is under organizing functions. So the next function, which is staffing, is all about managing and ensuring that organizations have qualified labor. So it all deals with human resource management, and one activity that is done under staffing function is that managers, when they recognize that an enterprise or an organization needs new employees, and go through the process of selecting employees, interviewing the candidates and selecting the best employees among candidates. This whole process is under staffing, and it's an activity done under staffing function by managers. The next is leading function. Leading function refers to guiding people towards achieving the goal and objective of an organization. So managers carry out different activities, and one of those activities is motivating. Motivating is a way that managers use to create willingness in employees so that they can perform their task and make sure that they meet the organization goals and objectives. The next managerial function, which is controlling, it's all about making sure that the performance and standards set for the objective are met. Then when managers are controlling, they go through different steps, which is setting standards for the performance, evaluating the performance, and ensuring that the performance meets with the set standards of the organization. So taking an example, when a manager is going to control whether the way employees accomplish their task matches with the standards of the company, this is an activity that managers to perform, and it is under controlling function. So to continue with the management style, there are 3 management styles that managers need to be aware of and need to be using in everyday life. These management styles include delegating, directing, and discussing. So to start with the delegating management style, it's all about giving opportunity to employees or to subordinates to perform a given task. For example, in a scenario where delegating can fit. For instance, when there is a task to be performed in an organization and that task requires many skills, and instead of working on that task as a manager, you can delegate it to employees, a group of employees, and they can combine their skills to perform that task. But there are some advantages and disadvantages, or weaknesses and strengths of delegating. One of the weaknesses of delegating is that sometimes employees take it as a burden because they have usual tasks that they have to work on, and when adding the delegated task, it becomes as a burden for them. Another weakness of delegating is that it might require additional resources and time. This is in the constant context when a manager delegates tasks that requires additional skills that employees don't have. So they will need to take time to train them and give them the needed skill to perform the delegated task. However, there are some strengths of delegating. This includes motivation or providing employee satisfaction. When a manager delegates a task to employees, the employee feel that they are really respected, and they get a chance to learn more. Continuing with the next management style, which is directing. It's all up is a process manager instructs and guide employees toward achieving a given task. So in this system, the manager tells employees what to do, when to do, and how to do it. So it also has some weakness such as limited creativity. This is because employees are instructed ways that they have to do, so they don't think out of the box, they just do it as instructed. Another disadvantage is that the manager might make wrong decisions because he is the only one making decision and then informing to employees. So because he's not interacting with employees, he might sometimes take the wrong decisions. So the strength of this management style, it is that it's time saving because it doesn't require discussion so as to come up with a decision. And another strength is that it prevents misuse of an organization. This is where maybe they can take because they need long time and they need to discuss, maybe they can spend some organizational resources to come to the conclusion they want. So one way once in a scenario where directing can fit is the best fit in the organization is a situation, for instance, when there is a need to take a direct decision, so they don't have enough time to make discussions. So in that case, it's better to use directing and inform employees what they need to do. So the next management style, which is discussing, is all about involving employees in making decisions. They discuss, they sit together with managers, then later they take a decision. So the weakness of this management style is that it's time consuming, since they have to make discussions, and it can also lead to conflict because people may disagree on a given topic or a given decision. So the strength of this management style is that it ensures collaboration, since people need to discuss together to come up with a common decision, and it also provides employee satisfaction because they feel involved in making decisions. So one scenario in which this management style fits in the organization is a situation when an organization is losing customer and it needs to know what to do. So employees might be involved to give their ideas of what to improve on and what not to do. So as conclusion, managers need to be aware of this management style as well as management function, and make sure that they'll be using them in their everyday activities so as to achieve the organization goals. Thank you.